they lost 2 bands. I don't know why Oh, they lost all of their bands on Requiem because of the... Oh, well, we have 1 band this entire game. 1 band this entire game.
Oh, man. Teams be on time, Plix.
Huh?
I said teams be on time, Plix.
Plix. You guys hate me. 75% of you want me to go. Yeah, 75% of them want us to fire you, man. Or respond my tweet. So I can cast. You just tweeted, man. I can't respond to a tweet when we're streaming.
I just told him.
Oh my god. Better casters would help. You know what, peoples? This tournament would also be better players played as well.
Oh.
And,
ouch.
Unfortunately.
Ouch. Get some burn here.
Unfortunately, B Camp can only play on 1 team. Hashtag savage.
Paradise, I'll update you. This is Requiem versus Tilt. Their scheduled match of the evening. This will be the last match of the evening.
It will be. This is
It
the
will
last
also decide.
match.
It would also decide the 3rd and 4th place.
Thus far. It's still possible for anyone to actually...
Minus...
Well, yeah.
But we won't talk about
possible.
losers.
It's possible. All right? It's
It is
incredibly unlikely.
But
So,
there may be a little Men in Black
you
moment.
can see from
and the
these
Mets
insane
win.
bands that oh my god, this time is insane. Oh, the band timers are horrid in this game, actually. Don't forget the spears, bruh. I remember slapping a Fiora. I remember tilting you off the face of the earth and you forfeiting. That's what I remember. But hey, I don't know. That's my match history. I remember a victory screen.
That is true.
Grandma's nips will beat
Now-
anyone 1v1. It's possible.
Digital Esports is doing well. They are doing well.
Yes, Team Digital Esports are wrecking people. But it is still possible, highly unlikely, that Shimons and Hodors can come back and be in the playoffs. Very, very highly unlikely, and it would require a lot of failure on a lot of teams and a lot of success on Shimons and Hodors, but they can still make the playoffs. That being said, the style of the tournament, actually, while we're on this topic, it's good to talk about this. The style of the tournament is, if I remember correctly off the top of my head, the last place team gets auto-relegated, and the other second to last place team gets put in the promotion tournament with the other teams who want to play in the tournament, right? Oh, I'm asking Brent. He won't know. Yes, so that's how it works. So the last place team auto-relegation, and then that opens up 2 spots with the second to last place team in the promotion tournament. Team 5th and 6th stay in the tournament and can proceed to next split unless they don't want to. And teams 1, 2, 3, and 4 automatically get in the split as well. So that's how it actually works. It's pretty much the LCS.
I guess so. You heard it.
Alright.
The top 4 gets in. The rest of them play off for it. And the last guys, well, we say better luck next season.
Easery do that. Alright, so we see the exact same game. From both the first pick Alistar and then the pick of Nautilus Udyr. This is literally a mirror, isn't it? Wasn't Udyr picked first? Or not Udyr, but Alistar
Yeah,
picked first?
this is
It started
quite
off.
similar. Yeah, until it's just picking what Requiem played last game. They may have showed their hand. I'm just saying.
Hey, I mean, Requiem didn't show their hand. They specifically said, this is not my hand. Maybe they picked
They
their
didn't
foot.
say it, but they could have just been bluffing.
Maybe it's their foot, man. You know, if this Jhin gets, I really want to see a Jhin. Come on, Furuto, you can do it. I believe.
Hey, it's not gonna happen. They're gonna pick the shitty Sivir.
Sivir's not bad. She's so good.
I'm sorry, but she is.
Oh,
in my
man.
opinion, it's a very valid opinion.
It's a wrong opinion.
We will see. We'll see.
We haven't had a good vote yet either. All of these games, we've just known the vote would be the same for each game,
Well,
too.
this should be a very interesting vote, as both these teams are very similar.
Yeah.
The Sivir does get locked in, and the Malphite is at a support Nautilus, or is at a mid Malphite?
That says support Nautilus top lane Malphite.
You didn't sound very confident.
I mean, that's really the only place it can go. Malphite top, Nautilus support, and then they're going to last pick the top laner because they want to wait for B-Camp to get the counter pick on him because B-Camp's the carry for Requiem.
Alrighty.
And I'm sticking by that. I'm 100% sticking by that. Also, unless it's a Poppy top and not a Poppy jungle, which is also a possibility. Maybe they just want to make sure that it is going to be a Poppy top if the Poppy top...
Well, that should be a Tom Kench top, as that just got locked in. And the Lux is going to go mid lane.
I hate that! Oh, oh no.
Too much flex right now. We'll see. Hey, hold on. We'll see what Tilt answers us with. It looks like the TF is going to be their answer of choice. Maybe not. But so far, it's a very tanky team coming from Tilt, not really having a single damage carry, like late game carry. They got the Zed, yeah, that'll pop a single target. They got the Sivir, who is, as you've mentioned quite a bit, more as a support, more for utility. And on the other hand, we got the Lux Lucian once again, and enough peel to keep him alive on the Requiem side.
Oh, buddy. This is going to be a matchup. I think this is probably going to be the best game of the night. In all honesty, I think these two...
It wouldn't take much for it to be the best game of the night, though,
yeah.
to be fair.
Yeah, all these games have been kind of one-sided or
one-sided.
very awkward, to say the least. But regardless, it is a Tom Kench top lane. So, this is actually interesting. With the Tom Kench locked in top, he is one of the stickiest sons of bitches in this game. And when I say that, it is incredibly difficult to get away from a Tom Kench. His lick attack and then his devour is just silly amount of stick. And he does a lot of base damage with that devour. So if he can play around Malphite's shield very well, B-Camp can easily do very well in this matchup, simply because Malphite on armor isn't going to do too much against the Tom Kench.
Yeah. Well, we will see. These are two aggressive top laners once again. Seems to be similar for all of our teams almost in this tournament. Top laners that just like to duke it out. So it should be a lot of action top lane between the Tom Kench and the Malphite.
Oh my god. We got everyone talking about how good Grandma's Nips is, and they think that they're the best in the tournament. Man, we will have to have a 1v1 tournament to settle this dispute.
We might. No, I will say something about this. Grandma's Nips has performed extremely well on Ahri.
Yes, on Ahri.
On Ahri. That doesn't really translate to anything else.
All right, so here we go. Right now, we're going to check out who you think who has the win. Do Team Requiem have the vote, or do Team Tilt? So, exclamation point vote RQM, or exclamation point vote TLT. And we will see who has the popular percentage in this matchup. We'll have to see.
Well, to be fair, Grandma's is actually went 11-1-11. So, I mean, maybe it's not just Ahri.
No, but his Ahri is probably definitely the best, his best champion by far.
True.
So I'll give him that. So Brent, the time has come.
The time has come.
The time has
to
come.
Pick a winner, and the winner be Requiem.
You think Requiem?
Requiem. We're gonna go ahead and get that vote locked in.
Okay.
RQM. Bam. Requiem. It is.
All right. I'm hyperventilating here. I honestly, yeah, Requiem. I cannot say Tilt can win this. I think Tilt do have the better team comp. I think they have the lockdown. I think they have the engage. I think they have the damage. But I think Requiem is the better team. Even though the standings are different. Requiem has lost to Digital and TC Snits, both of the two top teams in the tournament. And Tilt has lost to... Give me 1 second. I don't really remember. Tilt lost, or won Chiming Shimones. Tilt won against Fire. Tilt won against Hodors. Their 3 wins were against the lowest tier teams in the tournament. So, I gotta give this to Requiem. I just cannot justify the Requiem losing this game, even though Tilt do have the better team comp.
All right, so the vote goes to Requiem from both of us. Now, my deal with the Requiem going to win, it's a little bit different than yours. Yeah, I agree that they are strong mechanically. I agree that they are probably the stronger team just in terms of rotation, team communication, and coordination. Coordination. There we go. Got it out. But the biggest thing here I like to point out is that Tilt doesn't have a late game carry. Now you say, hey, how can that be? They have a Zed. They have an 80 carry, but Zed is all single target. Sivir does a lot of damage, yes, but is more utility based on helping their team get in or escape a fight. They don't have a Kalista. They don't have a Jinx. They don't have a Lucian. Now, on the other hand, we see the Lux Lucian. We talked about this in Champ Select a little bit. You're not going to be able to out DPS that. And when you have a solid front line, the Tom Kench to keep them safe, the Poppy to stop anybody from getting there, and the Alistar to knock people around, it just means that the Lux and Lucian are going to be unkillable. We saw it last game. I think we're going to see it this game as well.
Yeah, I gotta say, though, both of these teams are... this is probably going to be one of the closest games we've seen in the tournament. I think that these teams are very similar in how they play. I think that the skills matchup between individual laners is very similar, and I definitely think that overall team play is very similar as well. So, while I do give my vote to Requiem to win this, and I think they could be the better team in this matchup, I gotta say that this is probably going to be one of the closest matches of the night, of possibly the tournament, because of how similar these teams can be in how they play.
Indeed. It could be very close, and it should be very close. I think, to be fair, I think Tilt's going to win the early game. But coming in around likely the 17, 18, 19, 20 minute mark, as we transition out of that kind of early mid-game phase and into more of the late game phase, Requiem is just going to be too much for Tilt to handle.
Well, we'll have to see how this actually does turn out as we're loading into the Rift. We have now Tilt on the red side, and we have Requiem on the blue side. QM, bam. And I don't hate Tilt, by the way, guys. I think Tilt is a good team. I just have seen
Tilt
what B
usually
Camp
has
can
my
do.
vote. I think I voted for Tilt once, and they lost.
Yeah, the one time you voted
I think
for
that
Tilt,
was their
right?
one loss.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, because that was the one I won.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like we dislike any teams. I just take what I see. I take what was presented earlier in the season. I kind of make a decision from there.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Probably, did you know TDE is the best team and nobody can admit that we are? What are you talking about? TDE are the worst team in the tournament. Oh, the Poppy dance. Oh, that's cute.
Wow. How manly of you.
Shut up, Brent.
Anyways, back into here. Concentrate more on the game. It's going to be a standard start. No lane swapping anywhere. Usually we don't see that in this league. These teams like to just duke it out in the standard laning phases. Both junglers are going to start on the bottom side of their respective jungles. So we'll see who makes the biggest impact, Poppy or Udyr, in this top lane, which I imagine is where they're going to be headed 3 minutes in.
Well, we'll see how it goes. I think Zed falls off just simply because you can buy a Zhonya's, you can buy a Merc, you can buy a GA, and after that ultimate, there's really no real team fight impact he could possibly have. He does have a better team fight than people give him credit for, I will admit, but I think Requiem could play around it. But we'll have to see.
We will have to see indeed. I just, nothing too much happening anywhere. Of course, it's on game. But Udyr has the clear advantage on this Poppy. Going to be able to go ahead and take that blue buff a little bit quicker. Poppy just finished it now, so he will be first out on the map for a gank.
Come on, Requiem. You can't fail a headbutt pulverize combo after we talk about how good you are, man. Come on.
Oh, man. Look at that. People's got the level 2 advantage. It instantly goes in. These two are going to noodle fight each other till 6.
Yeah, but people just kind of
Yeah, Peoples is already out of mana, but now B-Camp's out of a significant portion of his health as he's already down halfway.
He's got a
Where's
pot.
that gray screen?
He's fine.
He does have a pot. Peoples does have that potion too, so they'll both be fine. Biggest thing to note is Malphite's going to try to deny a lot of those minions. In the tower.
Uh-oh.
Udyr came in for the jungle steer, but Poppy had already cleared it, but Poppy is pretty low. Ended up stunning him into the wall, but get out no problem. Oh, good damage trade mid lane. Zed's looking for the kill. The ignite goes down. Get it. As Rebel Eyes tucks tail under tower. Close for the kill, but no barrier popped. So Rebel Eyes is going to have the summoner advantage mid lane. As Udyr comes in, or he's poking it. He's looking in to get it, but Lux does know he's there. So far, no barrier used yet. There it goes. The flash, the barrier. Udyr gets knocked back into tower by the Poppy. Gives Rebel Eyes the first blood on their own gank. And now top lane, B-Camp knocks Peoples, or spits Peoples out under the tower. Gonna take only one tower shot for it, so he still has the health advantage in the top lane. But Peoples and B-Camp doing a great job on the damage trade to each other.
Yeah, gotta understand how Tom Kench works with that Devour. He can, he can't exactly move far with you, but that Devour does a lot of damage, and you are slowed. So that extra tower shot pretty much meant that, alright, B-Cam's gonna be okay in this lane. Oh. Nice dash. But
more skirmishes by, yeah.
Sorry. That scared me.
It's all good. I love the argument going on in chat right now. It's actually pretty funny.
Oh, tilter too tilty, it seems. Yeah. Lots of trading all over the place. First blood going over to Requiem on Lux, and we've seen what Lux can do when she's ahead in the last game, in the hands of Rebel Eye specifically, so.
Did you just see that People's teleport? Look where he teleported into.
Oh, man.
Practically under B-Camp's tower. What type of BM is that?
That's just like a, screw you, B-Camp, I'm gonna come to the lane and beat you up in the face. So
wow. That's surprising. Peoples is really trying to put the pressure on to B-Camp early.
He's not succeeding, really, though.
No, I was just going to say that. The minions are equal. B-Camp's got the lane frozen where he wants it. And really, this is... I mean, the situation top's not going to change unless an outside, outside help comes in there.
Oh, man. B-Camp's got the
Devours him up, spits him right into the minions, but he's already got his gray health going. Doesn't pop the shield just yet. He want that to regen.
Fine. That's why he won
Have
the
health
trade.
on both of them.
Yep.
He is level 6, though. Both of them now. Maybe some more fighting going on. Like we said, these two would be going at it. There's the Devour times 2. Spits him right back into the minions. Now, people needs to be careful here. Tom Kench will have the shield. There it goes. It's popped. Now, B-Camp has to flash out. He's looking for the ultimate, but doesn't get it as the tongue lash.
Not respecting the frog!
Knocks him dead. No.
Oh my god. Respect the Kench, people! He does a lot of base damage, especially on that Devourer, and he stuns you when he has 3 procs of the passive with his lick attack. People don't know what he does, but when he when he's allowed to do what he does, he just dominates, and you can see just complete disrespect from Peoples, and it looks like Tilt is on the road to being tilted.
Yeah, they are definitely not performing very well in the early game, especially for being 3-1. It does not, you would not expect this is one of our top teams, at least not with this performance. Now, that was a pretty good hook from this Nautilus as Udyr comes in, but Lucian's already going to be majority way to his tower. He is going to have to flash as the exhaust from IBK comes down, but nothing else will come of that bot lane gang.
Yeah, well, they burnt both summoners on SpongeBob, so that's pretty much a return gank for Ravi right there. It's very obvious that that's where you should want to go, but now Poppy's in the mid lane.
Poppy is in the mid lane, but Zed should be fine. He has flash and ultimate, both, and he is going to get the kill on the Rebel. Has nothing Poppy could do as he just kind of ran around figuring out what he could hit. It was nothing, as Zed just proved too slippery.
Slippery Zed, that's what he does. He lurks in the shadows and kills things in them, so... Oh, more trading up top. This Frog versus Rock matchup is not really exciting, but it's been more action than pretty much everywhere else in the map.
And that is true. Very true, unfortunately. Now, bot lane, there's been a couple skirmishes, but nothing... No full committal out of both teams. Just kind of opting to play it safe. Now, these junglers have provided a little impact. Now... Udyr has provided pretty much negative impact, but I mean, I guess it still is an impact.
I mean, he still has the summoners down on SpongeBob in the bot lane, so he forced that. He did give a kill over to Lux, I believe, earlier, so... And he is out farming Poppy, potentially, so it's not really that bad. Well, he does have a death. He does have more farm than Poppy, and he's just out, I guess, maneuvering her around the map.
He is. Now, Udyr may not be too much of a problem. That death early may not be too much of a problem. As Utopian Duck is starting to answer that now that he's got his ultimate. Poppy's sitting on a pink ward for the longest time here. Or not pink ward, but actual ward for the longest time here. So, it's going to mean that Udyr pretty much has free roam on the map topside.
Interesting. It looks like Lux is going Morello's first build rather than Azanya's. After she already gave up a kill to the Zed.
Already gave up a death. 20-something minions down. Now Zed's just going to go in and keep adding on the damage as his top laner and jungle take the Rift Herald. Nothing B-Camp can do about it. Nothing the rest of Requiem team can do about it. Hey, he's going in. He's going to... Back here. Zed hasn't rotated yet. But Poppy and Lux have. B-Camp's not quite taking too much damage as he spits out Udyr right in his team. Poppy's going to knock Udyr out of the ultimate. As Utopian Duck starts to rotate, he's going to look for the kill over that blue buff wall. But Rebelized will be safe. Utopian Duck not able to find the return kill. So I guess Requiem were able to make an impact on that Rift Herald.
Yeah, they got a kill over it. Malphite did get the Rift Herald, but... He's going to miss a big wave going into that... Well, not a wave, big wave, but a wave potentially. And then he burns a teleport to come back for it.
Gives B-Camp the teleport advantage. Maybe look to apply that mid lane. Maybe look to apply that bot lane. Kind of get the rest of his team snowballing. So far, he's got the majority of the gold for his team. And that's really where that gold lead is coming from for Requiem.
Well... see what they can make of that gold lead, in all honesty, because Udyr has died twice thus far in the game. 11 minutes in. Tom Kench has a kill, Poppy has a kill, Lux has a kill. But still, I think the issue is going to be the item build path here.
Well, talk about build path. That Udyr really went Runic Echoes? It's a thing?
It's a thing, I guess. I don't know much about Udyr.
Good dash bottom lane, but I didn't think Udyr bought Runic Echoes. I thought he went a little bit more tanky, but it looks like
you get either
Ravi is going for damage.
Devour or Runic Echoes for the burst damage you get with your auto attack on your Phoenix stance. but you can go Devour as well for the auto attack speed. Honestly,
Yeah.
right out of that, you go straight tank and you should be fine and still do a decent amount of damage because of Runic Echoes. Whoa!
Oh, Zed. Gonna turn Rebel Eyes into dust. Oh no, the barrier's gonna keep him alive, actually. Excuse me, Rebel Eyes does get out. As Utopian Duck thought he had the kill. Now Peoples is gonna try to get out top lane.
Oh.
As Tom Kench gonna force the flash. As he got his 3 stacks and was looking to devour.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly though, mid lane Rebel Eyes hasn't gone back just yet. So he's gonna miss a couple minions in
He
the
just
mid lane,
ulted.
but he did get out with his life.
That's what he did. He ulted mid lane and then he backed. But, yeah, you can see, look at this farm lead for B Camp in the top lane right now. Now, that's made up for Zed's farm lead in the mid lane. But, oh, that's under tower. Ooh, spooky.
Two, very aggressive top laners. And they're showing their worth right now. Or at least B Camp is. People's not so much, but the Tom Kench has actually surprisingly provided a lot of
pressure.
impact on this game. Yeah, for being, for being Tom Kench, you usually wouldn't expect it.
Nah, Tom Kench is one of those champions that bothers me so much because he does so much with really not taking any damage, especially for the fact that he's so forgiving with his regeneration.
Oh, the flash pulverize gets spell shielded as Poppy comes in for a gank. A little bit late on the initiation. He is going to be able to get I Bake Cake stunned up against the wall, but he knocks him away to safety. Oh my god, that's a huge misplay from Melanio. And SpongeBob had that kill. Had the gold in his pocket already.
Why did he charge up the ultimate? Huge misplay.
Why did he send it that direction?
Wow, it goes that direction, man. That's how the ultimate works.
Oh, well, there you go.
But
The more you know, but wow.
It doesn't do that when you don't charge it. You just do a quick tap of it and it knocks him up. Oh, big misplay costs actually a lot.
There was
for
no
Requiem.
reason to knock either of those champions up. Because had they both stayed, that was 1 kill for sure, potentially 2 on a tower dive.
Yeah, just tap it, get the quick knock up, and you'll easily get the kill. But the Zerot portal.
So People's rush to Zerot portal is going to prevent B Camp from getting close to his tower. The Tom Kench wave clear isn't very strong. He's trying to get there, so surely, but he's just the catfish that couldn't.
Give him some time. He'll get his own Zerot portal that'll match people's.
A little Voidling against Voidling action
Yeah, it's gonna happen, man.
would be, I wouldn't say interesting to see, but
Well,
it would be funny to watch.
this is gonna be pushing into B Camp pretty much, forever until that tower goes down. So this is
I don't
exactly
think that tower
what
is going
that's
down.
actually a massive, big mistake by Peoples. That lane's always gonna be pushing into B Camp, so he's gonna get all this free farm because his wave's gonna die before People's waves does. So
It will, but it does allow, on the other hand, it does allow people to get out across the map and start putting some pressure on this mid lane or potentially bot lane. Because he's definitely not winning the lane top.
no,
So maybe he's going to snowball that into other lanes for his team.
it's possible, but even still, I think B Camp's tower is full health right now, so leaving it alone for a little bit's not gonna kill it. But now Rift Herald, Doom's Eve buff onto Malphite is gonna make it even more annoying.
It will indeed, but People's chunked down 1/4 of his health gone. After B Camp just got here, B Camp does have his own banner of command though, so he's gonna answer push with push, or push with shove. Excuse me.
I guess you could call it that.
Let's see who he decides to banner of command. I hope it's gonna be that caster minion. It is actually gonna be the cannon minion.
Nah, he's
deciding
pushing
that
his
will
wave
provide
now.
more effect with or against the voidlings. So he is gonna be able to get this under the tower. The little Zerot portal not gonna be enough to stop it up completely.
You banner of command the caster minion
You do.
when you're really far pushed into your own base. Right here it wouldn't allow much build up, but That's why he
Funny
chose the
thing
cannon.
is, the funny thing is, against these two top leaders, this is the most action going map.
I know.
It is a Zero portal. Oh man, this is turning into a EU LCS match.
Yeah, very, very slow thus far. Oh my god, that banner minion is actually matching it. Look at that. All the work one little minion did.
I know. So he's gonna have to wait on that cooldown to get right back to get back to the tower. That's gotta be just a frustrating lane. As BCAM's doing what he can to get in.
Look at that farm lead for B Camp though.
Nah, the ZR portal is gonna inflate that a little bit, won't it?
No, it won't. I don't believe it counts to CS.
I actually
Oh,
believe
bot lane!
It did, but all right. So we're gonna actually see some action happen. Bot lanes go at it with the mid lane support. Here they come. Luck's gonna try to get in, try to answer back the SpongeBob kill, but Melania's gonna go down first. Now the Peoples comes teleport in. This is a huge win for Tilt right now, as they knock down 2. The Lux laser gonna send Sivir and Zed down to half health, but other than that, not going to provide too much impact, as that is still 5 members bot lane. B-Camp's trying to answer the call mid lane, or excuse me, top, as he did not teleport into this fight.
Uh-oh.
The fight still continues as Rebel Eyes gets hooked in and immediately ulted.
Big
get
misposition.
locked up.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they may even take a second turret after this. B-Camp finally managed to kill the portal, leaving Alistar alone bottom. To try to defend this turret, he will, but they will lose the mid lane for it.
Yeah, so 2 towers and 3 kills for Tilt there. And only 1 tower responded by Requiem up in the top lane. Now B-Camp is on a dangerous spot, and he needs to back.
Yeah, B-Camp is
He's just
getting
gonna
collapsed on.
He's going to ult away.
I don't think he has the mana for it. He's going to try to back. Oh, there he goes. He teleports out.
Stun!
The slap!
No!
Gonna get him in time. A little bit of a risky back. I wouldn't even say a little bit. A lot of a risky back. And that's going to be B-Camp seeing gray.
I didn't think we'd see it this game, man. I gotta be honest. I did not think that Toad would see gray screen.
You know what I also didn't think would happen? I didn't think we'd see 100 CS advantage. But no, those portals are actually stacking up, I think.
100 CS advantage at pre-20
20
minutes. That's massive.
That is huge. And to look at the gold totals, he does have 1,500 gold above. So the Zero portal is actually impacting that.
Is it?
It is.
Okay. I didn't actually know that. Bless you, Brent.
Because 100 minions times, was it maybe 18 gold per, or 20 gold per? It probably works out to be like 20, 22 gold per when you include melee minions and cannons. And he does have the kill above people, so he should have a little bit more. So the Zero portal is going to play in effect.
I'll find out. I'm gonna have to pay attention to these gold the golds that pops up when it happens. So
I'm pretty sure it does, because he
no,
only has.
I'm pretty sure it does as well. But I'm just curious how much gold you actually get from them.
We'll see right here, Lucian. We'll see if he.
Does he do it? Does he do it? He doesn't.
He doesn't actually kill it.
Yeah.
They're just not actually. The one time we want to see Voidlings die,
right?
we don't see Voidlings die.
Nice rotation from Tilt gets the top tower, and it's going to actually, well, not bounce the wave because Nautilus did that, but...
Crazy thing is that the Zero portal has provided way more entertainment this game than any game I've ever seen.
True.
Oh, wait a second, Peoples, please.
What's he gonna
3-man
do?
Knock-up.
What's he going to do?
Absolutely nothing. It was a
He has
knock-up into
nothing.
nothing. Lucian has the red buff. They're going to take the tower. Or they're not going to take the tower. Tower's one hit. Please, thank you. Tower goes down as Lux rotates down.
Whoa,
followed by
Lux!
Udyr. Lux a little bit too close, but Melanio sends Udyr packing. Oh, they better be careful. This is 5 members on the collapse. No teleport from B-Camp just yet. It probably won't even come in as Rebelized Alton goes down. He does return Peoples, though, right before he does, as the rest of the Tilt team thought Peoples would be able to take it no problem. And And now we see B Camp still pushing in the top lane, so a 2-for-1 trade bottom. Once again, another great rotation from Tilt, and they're going to move mid lane. But Tom Kench is going to take that top lane tower for it.
This is so funny. The Tom Kench split too strong. It's Requiem's super secret strat, man. Just wait. It'll work out.
It will work out. I hope it does.
Oh, and that's a tower. Bam. So, again, 2 towers for 1 tower now. Or no, 1 tower for 1 tower. But 1 tower and 2 kills? Yeah. So, again, Tilt taking the advantage here with these rotations. Tom Kench always on this split is not necessarily the best plan for Requiem to come out ahead in this game.
No, not necessarily indeed, but for all the good rotations Tilt is having, Requiem is managing to answer back quite a bit of it. They're only down 1 tower, they're only down 1 dragon, and 3 kills. 2,800 gold down at 22 minutes, 23 minutes is not really that big of a deficit.
Yeah, it's surprising because you feel like Tilt are just winning this game just based on how they're playing as a team, but just the sheer farm lead on B Camp and SpongeBob are actually doing work for this gold differential right now.
Yeah, well, if you want to see, or if you want to talk about how far behind the rest of the Requiem team is, B Camp has a 1,500 gold lead over this Malphite, and his team is still down 3,000 gold.
Yeah, that would be also Zed having a small farm lead, as well as the big kill advantage on Tilt right now. But they could go for the tower, and they decide not to.
And both teams grouping up here mid. Udyr's going to look for a slap, a way in. Poppy's going to initiate it herself onto this Nautilus. Ibe Cake, half health. The support already going down. Who does she knock away? She doesn't knock away anybody.
Zed!
But now Zed took a full culling. Going to ult right in. Try to return the damage. Hasn't gone down yet. Is still alive somehow. Nobody's falling, but everybody's flashing red. B Camp is in there. Very healthy. Going to have the shield when he needs it. The shield pops. But he has been left alone from his team. Poppy's going to do what he can. He dashes over the wall, but doesn't get the kill. Manages to pick it up. Now Lux is going to see no laser right now. Still has the barrier. And a 1-for-2 from Requiem once again. And a very close team fight.
Yeah, that was actually really close. There was so much red flashing on my screen, but Requiem took 1 and Tilt took 2. So now they're going to pick up a free dragon after that.
Second dragon going over to Requiem, and
that's Tilt.
Lucian, SpongeBob's, or excuse me, to Tilt. Ooh, it was almost Requiem. The laser not quite enough as the mid laner takes a big minion waves bottom for Tilt, and SpongeBob takes a giant ball of minions top.
I was holding my breath that entire team fight, honestly. That was insane. That nobody died. And now Zerot, oh man, the Voidlings.
Now what was crazy was that Zed was 1 hit for majority of that fight. And still somehow managed to ult in, do a bunch of damage, and then get out.
He used his shadow for his damage. That's how he does it. Unfortunately, after that big culling that he took to the face, no one focused him. They were all dealing with other people. And that allowed Zed to get all of his damage off, which was a big mistake from Requiem.
Crazy thing, 1 or 2 autos would have dropped him from any champion, regardless of AP or AD. And then we saw Nautilus pretty much almost get out with his life too, and he was the main focus of that team fight. Now, I don't agree with, starting the fight on the support, but the fact that he was the last one to die in that fight is a little bit unconventional.
Yeah, pretty tanky support too, with an Aegis and a Sightstone. So he did have some health and some resistances to keep him safe in that. So he was the one that was caught out, though. They were looking to burst him before anything happened in the fights, and then
just didn't quite have the damage. Now fight number 2 breaks out mid lane once again as Malphite comes in with a big 3-man ultimate, followed up combo by the Zed. He did get knocked back, but he's right back into the fight, just gonna walk on in. Didn't get knocked out too far.
Wow.
As Udyr picks up the double, picks up the triple. As Poppy and Alistar falls, now he flashes in under turret. This actually might be it as Udyr picks up the quadra kill.
Oh!
Robbie barely gets out with his life. The Foiling's going to press in under this tower. They should easily be able to get themselves an inhibitor as the minions come up. And Zed's going to be able to get himself a tier 2 bot lane.
Wow. Really nice team fight from Tilt there, taking Requiem by surprise in the Flash Malphite ultimate to ensure that engage. Now they're going to get an inhib and a nice outer tower.
Yep, inhib goes down as the Requiem team comes up. We may be wrong. Tilt look to be the victors of this game as they have a sizable advantage now. 9 kills up on their opponents.
Yeah. And now they're going to go to the Baron, ward it up, prepare, let those minions in the mid do their damage, and then rotate to try and get some more objectives, or just bait this Baron out for Requiem to force check-in.
I'm not sure what Requiem's going to be able to do to get back into this game. They're going to need a miracle, as they're down 3 turrets and 2 dragons. Dragons don't add into that gold total, but they still provide a lot of stats.
Yeah, they do, but let's see where the teams decide to go. Yeah, they're positioning so aggressively on this Baron. They just want Requiem. They're daring them right now.
A Baron throw could be the way Requiem comes back into this game. Tilt doesn't even need it. All Tilt needs to do is keep pressuring other aspects of the map and just slowly but surely collapse that net around the Requiem Nexus. Oh, here we go. Lucian got caught out. Not quite enough for the execute damage. And no Summoner's Burn. So, you know what? That's actually a pretty big win for the Requiem team.
Well, you say that. And then we see this. Oh.
Well, there they go. Knocking away the Udyr. But wait a second. Watch that Malphite over the wall. He's going to be a huge ultimate here. On to 2. Lux did manage to take out Fruto. But is getting focused down. Force a flash over the wall. Thanks to that Udyr who came back. Now SpongeBob is healthy. Coming in doing damage. He's healthy for the second. A lot of flashing red right now as Poppy's trying to make her way out. Alistar's doing what he can to tank up. But it will not be enough as he just takes too much damage. And Utopian Doug just missed the shurikens. Going to allow SpongeBob to get back to the fountain to heal up once again. While the super minions come in for these Nexus turrets.
Wow. Awesome builds. Alistar didn't even ultimate when he went back in for that headbutt pulverize. He probably could have survived that a little bit longer and bought his team some more time had he done that, but maybe he just wanted to save it for the next fight that's going to be coming right probably in the next couple of minutes or a minute or two.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing about that, though, is we only saw, what, 1 death?
Yeah.
And
on the side of
Requiem didn't lose anything.
No, Requiem lost they lost
Alistar. They lost to death, right? They lost awesome build, but look at their base. They didn't lose an inhibitor. They didn't lose Baron buff. That's pretty much, and I would say that's a win.
And now they're sieging mid tower to get some gold, some gold back.
Because of the summer spell's burn and just the pressure they would put on the map as Tilt back. That's a huge win for Requiem.
Yeah,
it was a huge team outplay.
It's going to be interesting to say the least. We have, like you said earlier in Champs, like a lot of tanks on the side of Tilt right now, and a lot of health, a lot of resistances already, and not necessarily the most damaging team on Requiem as well. The Lucian does damage, the Lux does damage, but without proper items or without being insanely ahead, they're not going to be able to get through 3 tanks on the side of Tilt.
But as we see, as we start getting up to 50,000 gold, the teams are going to have a majority of their items complete. Majority of the core items complete at least. And so Requiem's going to start going off damage-wise, even though they were behind earlier. And that could be scary for Tilt, who may not be able to answer back that DPS.
If Rebelize can get in the correct position and get these bindings off, get these singularities off, and get these big team fight ultimates off, Requiem can win this game. They just need to play these team fights really well and keep Lux needs to get in a really nice position so she's not at threat for being just insta-gibbed by Zed. Same thing with SpongeBob. If he's got that QSS, he can pretty much say, you know what, Zed, no insta-kill for you. And they just need to reposition after that. That's how Requiem wins this. So we'll see if they can actually make that happen, as Baron looks to be the objective.
But Poppy looks to be the objective of Tilt as she gets caught out warding. Goes down with no response. Now Lux is in trouble. He's ulted up. This should be it. This is going to be game. I can't imagine Tilt don't finish it out from this one. They're going to be able to get the Baron buff. They're going to be able to get inhibitor mid. It might not be game, actually. May have spoken a little bit too soon for that one, but it is sure going to be another big deficit for the
No
Requiem
reason
team.
to be there. Why would you go so far out when you didn't have vision there just to get a simple ward? You know that they're probably going to be there. You pretty much have a 95 to 100% chance, no knowledge that they're going to be near that Baron.
Yeah, high risk, low reward. And again, we see a high risk, low reward as Alistar and Lucian came up to try to see what they could do around that Baron buff, and it's just going to mean another kill over for this Udyr. And it's going to mean a 4-on-5 for trying to defend this inhibitor.
Yeah, that's probably game right here, in all honesty. Just Requiem are not playing as a team at this point. This is where they've broken up, and now they're in the solo queue mindset, and it's really hurting them. And Baroned up Tilt is probably gonna do this to B-Camp.
Goodbye, B-Camp. Udyr's coming up under turret. The rest of his team's there too. Nowhere for the fish to run. He's going to go down. Now Zed, Utopian Duck, tanks up a lot of that turret, which is going to mean he's flashing red, but Peoples is just going to take that inhibitor. Or at least down to half health uncontested. Poppy knocks away the minions, but Udyr is super tanky, so he doesn't care. Paired up minions are going to take it down, and now the fight turns on to Requiem as Udyr comes in looking for a slap. Finds a minion with it. But it is going to mean the zoning out of the Requiem team as their second inhibitor falls. The inhibitor turret bottom falls. People's just split pushing. And this is it.
Push Malphite.
Tilt had the game. We were both wrong. Tilt is going to win it. There's the third inhibitor goes down. That miracle anytime now. Zed avoids the Lux ultimate and picks up the kill on Melanio. Utopian Duck is just going off right now. Udyr's running around. Tanky is all get out as the first Nexus turret goes down. Alistar gets a 2-man knockup, but a double kill for Utopian Duck.
Wow.
There'll be a triple kill here in a second as he's
Look
gonna
at
be
the
able to pick up
mins.
Alistar. And the Nexus goes down. No surprise there. Tilt Gaming takes the win 24-6 in 35 minutes.
Wow, that was insane. Tilt just kind of took control of that game and did not let go of it. The laning